What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so in this one we're going to be looking at Thanos. So here we have Thanos in his new Infinity Wars uniform here, which is looking really badass. I love this uniform, it looks really cool. Yeah, so anyway, the uniform bonus that he's going to get from this uniform is decrease all damage by 20% and enhance the effect of the skill Mad Titan or his passive. And yeah, those uniform bonuses are pretty crazy because 20% damage reduction is very nice. That's huge. That's what some characters get for their tier 2. And then the enhance to his passive Mad Titan is also just really good because basically instead of getting a random activation between the heal and the damage immunity, you have both of them being activated, so you get the heal and damage immunity when his passive procs. So again, that's massive because now you're going to have a lot more survivability with Thanos because he's pretty much going to be at full health all the time because if you have a damage immunity obelisk on him, it gives him time for his passive to refresh, and then boom, you're going to get that heal and then be immune to damage again for another 4 seconds. So pretty crazy. Anyway, let's let's go ahead and look over here at the side. As you can see, for the all attack and all defense, he gets a 20% boost before upgrading the uniform at all, which is double what all the other uniforms are. The other uniforms are normally 10% for starting stats, so Thanos is also getting a big boost there as well. So he's going to have a lot higher cap for his all attack, all defense once you've finished ranking up this uniform. And then he's going to have 4 skill changes here. So let's go ahead and load up the skill preview here and see what these skills look like. Alright, so here we go. So all of the skills are changed except for his 5th skill, which is fine because his 5th skill didn't really need any help or changes. This is his classic Meteor Drop. Long iframe, tons of burst damage, so very good skill. Didn't really need any changes. Alright, so let's look at the first skill here. Alright, so first skill looks really badass. They pretty much just added that animation of kind of that vortex there in the middle, which looks really cool. It might even have a little extra range on it, actually. But besides that, it's still the same punch, and you still get your damage immunity for 2 seconds. So not much has changed there. It still does the debuff and all that. It's just the animation has changed. Didn't add any iframes or anything like that. So now let's go ahead and take a look at his second skill. So instead of just shooting a regular laser, as you can see, this thing charges up, has 3 levels, and it just increases in damage each time. And it is a channeling skill, of course, so I can just let him sit there for as long as I want. And then we have his passive just triggered right there. But anyway, yeah, you can just sit there for as long as you want. So definitely a really cool second skill here. And I just love all the different colors that are going on with the skill. Looks pretty badass. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at his third skill. So boom, we have some dashing there, and then he still does the ground pound or the punches that he did before, except now we have movement there, and I believe that looks like an iframe, or is it just movement? Let's see. Okay, so it looks like it is actually an iframe. Yep, so while he's doing the dashing, it is an iframe until he starts hitting the ground, so you can get hit while he's punching the ground, but it is an iframe up until that point, so that's really nice. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at his fourth skill. So boom, there we go, that looks really sick. So he summons all these golden orbs and just pummels the enemies with them. And as you can see, there's tons of debuffs going on there. Well, not debuffs, those are the elemental damage, so he does some of every element in this attack here as a kind of burn effect, so damage over time. So as you can see, they're all getting hit by, it looks like just the lightning right there, but I think it applies, yeah, it should apply all of them. As you can see, there's 3 debuffs on these enemies here. So yeah, there we go. There should be 4, I think, overall, but anyway, I think it just shows those 3. So really cool skill. Adds more AoE to Thanos' kit right there because he didn't really have any reliable like AoE skills. Basically have that ground pound right here to try to do some AoE, but he's pretty vulnerable while doing that without his uniform. And then of course his lasers, it was just one shot, but he can retarget while using the skill, which is nice. And then we have his 5th skill, which did the most AoE out of all of his skills before, but now the 4th skill takes the cake and gives him even more AoE, so definitely extremely powerful, and it's going to be actually really nice in Extreme Alliance battles. So Thanos with his uniform is actually going to be a option now for Extreme Alliance battle if you don't already have Dormammu built up, but it will take a little more work to get Thanos to Dormammu's level for Extreme Alliance battle. Thanos might be a little easier to play than Dormammu just because you can skill chain his skills together a lot easier to avoid the meteors, so you can kind of keep your the meteor dodge meter up to 100% for most of the fight, whereas Dormammu you kind of have to focus on dodging those meteors a little more than you do with Thanos. But Dormammu can probably get you a higher score with less investment into the character than with Thanos, because first of all, you're going to need Thanos' uniform to be able to compete in Extreme Alliance battle, so that's 1,500 crystals right there if you get it while it's on sale. And then you're going to have to work a little bit on Thanos, probably rank up his uniform a little bit, give him a fully awakened ISO 8 set, and give him a little bit of Uru and stuff like that before you can compete with Dormammu with just a probably plain ISO 8 set and just some basic Uru on him. Dormammu will probably get you to the 100k a lot easier than Thanos in terms of work on the character. But Thanos' new uniform, I would definitely say, is a must-buy. This uniform is badass. The skill changes are amazing. It increases his damage, his AoE, his survivability, and he already had huge survivability. It's going to make him a nightmare in PvP. So yeah, if you can get this uniform while it's on sale, I would highly recommend you get the uniform. If you have Thanos built up, if you have Thanos at 6 stars, I would definitely say it's a must-buy. If you're planning on working on Thanos, I'd pick it up while it's on sale, because off sale you don't want to be paying that extra 1,000 crystals on top of what it already is right now. So with that being said, of course I'm going to back out and buy the uniform right now to make my Thanos look even more badass than he is right now. So here we go. It's 1,500 crystals, but I do think that's still well worth it. There we go. All right, Thanos, Secret Wars Infinity acquired. Very, very nice. All right, well, anyway, that's going to be it for this video. That was my thoughts on Thanos' new uniform. I hope it helped in deciding if you wanted to pick up the uniform for yourself. And of course I will. Catch you in the next one.